right, what's up guys? Today we are trying a new style of video. I'm going to do an actual first look where I take you on the court and we test out some new paddles. So we've got the R1 Pulsar and the R3 Pulsar. The R1 should be out very soon. The R3 is out now, I believe. We are at a new buddy's house. You can see that the facility is pretty nice. Very thankful that we got to use this. This will be a lot of fun. So basically, I'm just gonna test out the paddle and give you my literal first thoughts as we test it out. So here we go.
Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll have info on how you could possibly win one of the paddles in this video.
Sorry. All right, so first immediate thoughts just from a couple dinks is that it definitely feels good. I like how this paddle feels. It feels very quick in the hand, like just those really small rolls felt much easier to do, especially because some of the paddles I've been testing lately have been a little bit on the heavier side for swing weight. So I like that. Feel off the face, it doesn't, people were saying that it's not as powerful as the other thermos, and maybe that's true. Maybe when I start driving, I'll be able to feel it. But initially it still has really good pop. Like I would definitely put this in the thermoformed category, not a Gen 1 in terms of power. Oh yeah. No way. No way I'm in that kitchen. Nasty. All right, so right away, it's definitely a lot stiffer than the original R1. That's not really a surprise, but there is a variation between the thermos usually where something like a Legacy or a Flash kind of feels like the ball really sinks in and springs off. Not talking about core crushing or delamination, but just the general feel of it is that it sinks in a little bit more. This feels more stiff, but not in a bad way. Kind of reminds me of my 6.0 double black diamond where off the face is pretty stiff, but it's still just a really nice feel, but you don't feel the paddle pocket the ball as much on this one. It's got some oomph. This thing ain't soft. Oh, we lucked out. All right, that's a bag. This might feel a little bit more maneuverable. Granted, my 6.0 does have an overgrip, electrical tape, and lead tape on it, but this feels very easy to swing through the air. And the feel's definitely comparable. I don't think I would confuse them, but they're in a very similar ballpark. Both slightly stiffer faces. They both feel fast in the hand. This one's maybe a little bit quicker. The pop off the face is really nice. I don't really feel like I'll have any issues controlling that. I don't know, I would say the R1 is nice. I think of these, just knowing what I know about the R3 and its swing weight, I think I'm gonna prefer the R1 the most, but we'll try the R3 next. The biggest thing, the reason you'd wanna buy this is I have had a tester who has been using this for well over a month. He's my delaminator or core crusher. Still has not broke one of these. It's still going strong. And he has broke so many thermoform paddles. So if it hasn't broken in his hands, I'm optimistic. We'll need more people testing them to be sure, but early signs is that it's looking good. These are definitely the same shape. So the Carbon 1X 60mm is probably going to be the most comparable to the Pulsar. Again, this is the one that everyone is saying is more soft than the Carbon 1X or even the other thermos. So we're gonna directly compare it against this one and see what we get here. So dropping feels very easy with this. Drives actually do feel maybe a little less powerful than the R1. It's actually kind of interesting because that's not how it's supposed to work. Heavier swing weight usually means more power, and especially if they're built the same way, that's surprising, but I just felt like I was getting more pop off the R1. Maybe it's because I can accelerate quicker with the lower swing weight. The swing weight on this one is a little bit higher, so that could be it, but drops felt very easy. This, I would agree, maybe feels a little less soft or a little more soft than the other thermos. We'll try out the Carbon 1X next, and that'll probably give me a pretty good indication of if it's actually softer or not, or if it's just in my head. That's not broken, that was fast.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Shot. All right, yeah, so after hitting this just a couple drives, it's very obvious that this hits harder than the R3. So the R3 is definitely a little bit softer. I wouldn't say it's in a bad way. To be honest, I was starting to find the Carbon 1X a little bit harder for me to control in comparison to some of the other thermos. So it feels really nice, the R3. I wouldn't say that the downgrade in power is necessarily a bad thing. Unless power was the main thing you were seeking, then you might want the Carbon 1X. That's pretty nice. There's some ball dust on that thing already. That is fresh grip, baby.
All right, I just wanted to hop in here really quick and explain something. So if you go to ronbus.com and go to buy an R1 Pulsar or an R3, at the time of this video going live, the R3 Pulsar will be up, but the R1 will not be. That launches on May 15th. But you won't actually be able to place the full order for it yet. Instead, what you're going to see is something called R code, and this just stands for reservation code. So one thing that Dong wanted to do with his system is instead of charging you the full amount for the paddle and then making you wait to ship it, because the supply chain for paddles, especially thermoformed paddles, is really messed up right now, he's only going to charge you $1 as a reserve your spot type of deal, and then you will be charged the full amount when the paddle actually ships. So I just wanted to explain what R code was, because if you go to the website, it's a bit confusing. Basically, the whole system exists just so that you're not losing all of your money and then having to wait however long for the paddle to ship if they're backlogged.
All right, so we just finished testing these out. The R1, honestly, I could go to a tournament tomorrow and use this. This is a fantastic paddle. Hits plenty hard, fast in the hand. The R3, didn't care for that one as much. I don't think it's bad. I think I just don't like high swing weight paddles. It just slower in my hand at the net. Even on drives, I felt like just a little bit more late. The R3 does not hit as hard as the Carbon 1X, so it is softer than that. People aren't wrong. The R1, I think, is a tiny bit softer than a 6.0 double black diamond, but honestly, it's not that far. Maybe doesn't feel as stiff off the face, but like, I really like this. I could alternate between this and my double black diamond and be totally fine. Spin felt fantastic. I don't think I even need to say that anymore. If it's got a raw carbon fiber face, it's probably gonna get great spin, so wouldn't even worry about that. But yeah, honestly, these are great paddles. I would, for I think 150 with discount code PB Studio, I think it's 170 stock. 150 is super easy recommendation. So yeah, I recommend this if you are looking for a slightly softer thermoform paddle. If you want faster hand speed, get the R1. If you want elongated handle, get an R3.
All right, if you guys want the chance to win one of these paddles, all you have to do is leave a comment down below and tell me why you should win one of them. And then also click the link in the description to sign up for my newsletter. You'll even get a free lead tape cheat sheet guide when you sign up for the newsletter. And this is how I'm going to verify the winner of the giveaway. So make sure you leave that comment and make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.